Listen, when I say that creativity is an addiction, I don't say that it's a bad addiction. I don't say it's a good addiction. I don't say it's an in-between addiction. I'm just saying that it has total control over everything that you do, like an addiction. No matter what you do, the way you think, the way you breathe, the way that you talk with people, everything that you do is based 100% on creativity. Unplugged because we will always say yes to creativity. Totally uncut because we all make mistakes. So turn it into a tool. This is Arroe Unplugged. I almost feel like that I am ripping off the music industry. I really do. Every morning, a new song is playing inside my head and heart. Every morning, there's always a song. Like just a couple of seconds ago, my tongue. That's a Foreigner song, isn't it? Long, long way from home. I think I owe money to the group Foreigner for putting that guitar riff inside my soul today. I feel like I'm stealing it. Do you ever get that way? This is how we do it. Boom, chicka, boom. That was a song that was with me all day yesterday, a song by Montel Jordan. An American lifestyle from the very beginning. This is how we do it. As one person told me, you are set in your way. Well, of course I am, because this is how we do it. My neighbor Fred just changed his way of doing work. He's retired his riding lawnmower and replaced it with a robot lawnmower. It's the coolest thing. This is how we do it in America. It's a race to release us from weekly chores. I'd love to have my garbage cans go robotic. I never remember that it's a Tuesday. But this is how we do it. Which reminds me so much of the third section of the movie WALL-E. Did you ever see that, WALL-E? Where everyone in space is doing nothing but floating around in circles. Big old fat people. Riding these little things in circles, day in and day out. No real exercise, no real concerns. It's wake up and start floating. You know we're headed that way. The electric carts at a grocery store are always in use. I can't believe how big Walmart superstores are. Yet. It is my choice. No matter how old I get, I am always going to walk that super Walmart store. But I will say that I think Amazon has made every one of us extremely lazy. Hey, it's Arroe. This is The Daily Mess, a chronological walk through an everyday world. I am a daily writer. I look at life, and I believe that there is a story in every day that we are given. It is a gift. And to see things and to realize that they are just as genuine as your next breath. And then you become grateful and mindful. Because that next breath may not be there in a matter of minutes. God, that's too heavy. But this is the Daily Mess. If time were to suddenly stop moving so quickly, how would it affect you and me and the way that we expect things to happen? Look at how they're trying to speed up Major League Baseball right now. A time clock has entered the new season. And those playing the game, oh my God, they're having a tough time readjusting their lives. I'm constantly on a clock, which is why I show up early. Oh, I'm one of those freaks. I allow myself enough time to step into the pace of time. It's getting really old to watch months pass by, though. We should drop months and we should drop years. I don't care that it's March 1st, and I really don't care that it's 2023, because in my head and heart, it still feels like 1985. It's just who I am. I'm bothered by that. And I think that the reason why there's so much depression in the world is because we just won't let go of the calendar, the months, the days, the years. But I'm not a professional. I'm not. What do I have to say about this? Because time, no matter what, is running out. I would rather watch a 90-minute movie than a 3-hour Avatar. It's too much information for this generation that easily forgets the story before it even ends. Avatar would have been a brilliant movie at 2 hours. There were too many moving parts. Nothing but setting up the sequel. And sadly, life is the same way. We're setting ourselves up for the sequel. The next day, the next week, the next month. You should see my Google Calendar. Jesus. It's packed with so much expectation. And at night, I look at that calendar and I go, how how am I going to get this done? You think I'm the only one? That's impossible. We have become these multitasking idiots that allow others to tell us how to do things, when it needs to be done, and more importantly, if you can't do it, I'll replace you. You're gone. What a threat, huh? Like I said, because of time, the calendar, the year, we have become this depressed generation because it seems like none of us are reaching our goals. We make the attempt. We give it our best. But there's always somebody on the sidelines going, not good enough. If time would suddenly stop moving, how quickly would it affect the way that we expect? Because we want to be fixed right now. I'll give you a good example. My wife just had hip replacement surgery just over 2 weeks ago. She's ready to rock right now. We put in 4 miles of walking yesterday on one of the greenways here in Charlotte. 4 miles. Who would have ever thought of that 10, 15 years ago? But she thinks that she's fixed now. No. The doctor told her. He says, give me 6 weeks. You've only been 2 weeks. Give me 6 weeks, and we'll get you back to a full recovery. You got to listen to those professionals. I'm not one. But if time were to suddenly stop moving so quickly in your own personal life, how would it affect the way that you expect? What are you running away from? Ooh, that's a good start. What are you trying to run to? Step number 2. What do you expect to gain when you accomplish, if you accomplish? Step number 3. What's next? Step number 4. It was a bad idea. Step 5. I'm Arroe, and that's the Daily Mess.